Alice, and I welcome you to my live stream where I will draw burrowing owl. And this is my husband Orton.
Quite well.
Today I will draw burrowing owl. They are so cute. And I try to stream English, but my English is really bad, so I hope Org will help me.
None of us is actually a native speaker, so be patient with us, and yeah, your discretion is advised.
We will talk with you, so you can write us some sentences in chat. We will answer you, and we will talk about some interesting things. I think they are interesting.
Yeah, I checked the teams and they are pretty random, and we are not afraid to even pick the teams which are interesting to us. So yeah, the main thing is to be here with you and to have some fun, so just take it like that.
Come here
Star Rider.
over the music. Okay, I will.
Just repair it.
Yep. Where is the music? Where is the music? Here is the music. Is it better? Okay. We have a little slow internet, so it's I think a minute and a half.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's okay. Oh, okay.
Well, that should be okay right now, so let us know. Yeah, thanks.
Super.
Just some next check.
Yep.
And yeah.
And we will draw the cute owl. And I don't know what to say.
So tell me, what is this? What for an owl is this? I think.
It's a burrowing owl. It's about 16 centimeters tall owl who lived in North America, I think. It lives in holes from other animals, for example rabbits, squirrels, and so. And in Czech language, in our native language, it's like little owl, but the rabbit little owl. I think it's like this.
Okay, is it possible, or are there any records that this kind of bird lived in a hole with rabbits, like alongside the rabbits?
No. Definitely no. Because owls hunt rabbits, so rabbits don't like owls, and squirrels don't like owls.
This cute little thing can hunt a rabbit?
Yeah, not this owl. This owl hunts lizards and little mouses, misses, how it's
Mice?
mices, yep.
You mean a little rat?
Yep.
Okay.
It's English and pronunciation. I can't speak English very good.
You are free to criticize in chat our mistakes in English speaking.
Yeah.
You know, because I think I heard somewhere that there is or there are sometimes these rabbits are living and cooperating with other animals, like birds and so. So I was just wondering if it's even possible,
Yes.
because it's so little old. I don't think it's dangerous for the rabbits.
But it's all is hunter. Even the smallest owl, which is 10 centimeters tall, is dangerous hunter.
But it's so cute.
Yes, but it's hunter. And rabbits and other small birds trying to cooperate and save each other from hunters. So they're trying to save each other, for example, from owls,
I get it.
cats. I think I have broken owl.
It's already seen it. It has broken its neck somewhat.
And I draw it like. It's okay. Wrong layer. Always is the wrong layer.
Of course.
But I can repair it.
So right now you are drawing like the first basic shapes and
Because I draw today in grayscale, and later I will draw colors over the grayscale.
grayscale means it would be like black and white.
Yes, it will be black and white. It will be only in values. I think the word is value. And
50 Shades of Grey.
I think it will be more than 50 shades.
Oh. That'd be awesome. I love black and white art.
But it will be not only black and white.
I know, but in some time period it will be that. So
Now it looks like a parrot.
little cute parrot.
Yeah.
Is there something like parrot owl or?
Yes.
Oh.
Owls have more common with parrots than with
Other birds?
Orel.
I don't know. Like falcons and
Yeah, yes.
other birds of prey.
Yep.
Is it a bird of prey? I think.
Yes, bird of prey. But owls are not bird of prey. They are owls. Like. So what that's it?
Moment I don't get.
Okay. Like the rabbits aren't the same kind as squirrels and rats. Rabbits are rabbits and bunnies, and the owls are not owls, birds of prey. They are owls, and they are more common with parrots. And in New Zealand lived kakapo, which looks like it's parrot. It's the biggest parrot, non-flying parrot, and it looks like owl.
Non-flying owl?
Yeah.
That sounds good too.
Yes. almost have Eurasian great horned owl, non-flying. It was not handicapped, but
But it was not okay.
no,
Right?
he don't want flying. He want only sit near to you and he wants you scratch him. He was
Oh.
cute.
And hooting all day long. So I know these owls.
He was 1 year old, I think.
That
So-
sounds like a lot of hooting.
Yeah. It was really. Oh, I want him, but I don't have place for him, so unfortunately, I cannot leave him. I cannot care about him. My English is really bad.
I think we'll understand at the end. For the people in the chat, we are from Czech Republic.
Yep.
And I don't know how that happened, that we are trying to speak English.
It happened because I have some people from DeviantArt who want to see me on stream, but they are foreign languages. They are English speaking people, and I want to be in contact with them. I want they can see me, so. And I want to learn speak English. I can write, I can understand, but I cannot speak. So I want to learn speak, and these streams can be great for learning speak English.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome. I guess that the school didn't tell you how to speak English properly or something.
Yes.
Which school did you pick, or where did you learn?
I was learning at elementary and secondary school in Přerov, in Czech Republic, in language class. But the language class is not about we learning languages good.
Stormrider is telling us you are doing well. Your English is actually pretty good. Thank you, Stormrider.
Thank you. I think. We are learning 2 languages. Not good, but 2 languages. So I learned Czech. Well, of course, learning Czech when I'm in Czech Republic.
Makes sense.
The foreign language we learned were English and Deutsch, German.
Okay.
Yes, and when we was learning in English class, we were saying ich am, I been.
Yeah, I actually lived through this too, because I was on the language school too. I have 2 languages too, and
two.
and of course it was English and Germany too. And yeah, I remember many problems within these languages, because they were the German language and the English language have many of like words which sounds pretty much the same but doesn't mean the same.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first problem. Another problem was that English and German languages have both really different grammar. Nothing is like the same. and then there is this Czech language problems, which are like you are from some part of the state where the language is not like the official language. You know, it's different accents and it made pretty much so many problems in both English and German speaking. It was impossible to handle, for me at least. So I picked the English. I learned the English in some way, and watching English films and videos on YouTube and so on, and somewhat just scrapped all my German speaking German language things. I simply forgot, which is sad, but I think if I was thrown like into the middle of Germany, I will be forced to recover some of my memories and to understand some basic terms and so.
When I was learning German, my dad started TV and switch on German talking channel and said me I should understand, but I was learning only 2 years and we was learning really slowly. I cannot understand only one word.
Well, I can handle bitching in about 4 to 5 different languages. So if I want to say fuck you, I can say it in like Spanish, English, German of course, but also I think maybe I can remember the words and can handle it even in Hebrew and other really awesome languages. So to swear, I think it's normal to know these words. It is important to know swearing words in different languages, because then you know when they are talking about you what they are saying. Because it's always something like, oh, these fucking foreigners, go back to hell. They're laughing and they think that you don't understand them. It's awesome.
For example, with your boss who thinks you don't understand German?
I think I don't want to talk about work problems and things.
Okay.
There would be a lot of swearing. About this grayscale technique, is it something typical for digital art? Or? I mean, it probably is possible only in digital art.
No.
You can do it with traditional techniques.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can do it with oil colors, with acrylic colors. I think I could do it with my watercolors from Kohinoor, the child colors which I have from your little brother. So from his first grade, and they are amazing. I draw with it every my acelo, which you can see on my Facebook and on my DeviantArt and my Instagram.
That's a lot of advertising right at the beginning.
Yeah, I have advertising on the sides of this video.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. This.
And
But in the digital, I think it's the
easiest.
Because you can make layers. You can manage your layers. You can do contrast and other values of colors. You can change the color if you don't like it. You can delete the layer. You can do everything what you want, so it's much easier, I think. But every time it doesn't matter if it's in traditional or digital painting, you always must know what you want. You always must know what you want to do with this picture. You always must know what you want to do with each layer, with each color, and you must know the rules of the grayscale and the colors.
Yeah, I get it. I haven't seen any of your works which were done by this technique, like entirely done with colors and all the things and shades. But I saw what you did just in the grayscale, like black and white, and it was awesome. It was looking really great. I can imagine that when you color it, it would be amazing, and I think it will also repair the problem I see in your digital work, which is always it looks like animated or just like color book or something. It's well detailed but not realistic to my eye. I think it was because of the same shades and the same the same shade of the color and so. And yeah, I get that you cannot be the master at in the beginning, but I think that this technique will just finally repair this problem with my eyes, at least.
I hope so. It's the reason why I started learning this technique.
So it was intentional? Like that you wanted to do this effect?
Yes. Because you tell me about this problem and I see this problem. I can tell you have right. You are right.
Okay.
So I want to give away this problem. So I want to learn this technique because I think it can give this problem away.
As I said, I haven't seen any work done yet, but I think it will solve the problem. I can already see it.
And I today saw an amazing video where the guy telling about the grayscaling and drawing with the grayscale, and I can give you here some how it the name of this video. In any second, I hope you can see it.
They will see it right now because you know there is delay like 1 minute or so.
Yeah.
So then don't wait for it. It will take too long.
So somewhere you can see. Yeah, you can see it. Here.
And do you plan to use this technique even in traditional form of art?
I'm planning to try it.
Oh, I can't wait.
I think I will do in this technique some so
What about tomorrow?
tomorrow.
I want to see
Oh,
it. I want to see it now.
I think it was good idea because I will draw a grey bird with red wings, and I think it will be good to use this technique for this art salon.
I'm planning to sit in the cellar and finish my eggs. So
You must help me with options in the camera because I think I broke it.
oh,
I overbroke the options. I think.
the options are in English, and
Yeah.
you just told that you can understand English, and so you can make
Yes,
it. I
I can understand, but I don't understand the terms because there are terms about making videos, and I made only 2 videos in some program.
Yeah, I can tell that I would appreciate it too to be simplified for Czech users. Like there will be just settings, good, better, the best,
Yes.
and awesome, and I will always pick the awesome, and it will be all done.
I only do now the basic layer.
It doesn't look like feathers or something.
Yes, it will look like
Of course it will.
Now it looks like when I take off my glasses. Big gray something.
What about this paper? The people which are live cannot see it, but there are some teams to discuss. Maybe we can pick up something and
Okay. This is about little owls.
little, yeah.
It's something like burrowing owl, but living in Europe and Russia.
Oh, these little owls
Yeah.
also are living here.
Yep. But it's problem with their mortality.
Like they are dying too much or too
They're dying too much because of bad things like barrels with water, uncovered pipes, vertical.
they cannot swim.
No, they can swim, but they can't swim all the day. For example, they die because
So what
of
about-
exhaustion.
Exhaustion, yeah.
Exhaustion.
What about getting out of the barrel or something? Yeah, I get it. They cannot fly when they have wet wings?
Yep.
Oh.
So they need some leather from these barrels or some they
Some
are,
piece of wood or something.
Yep.
That they can climb around.
and the same problem is with swimming pools. And another mortality is because of chimneys. It's the same problem as vertical pipes. They see something on what they can sit, so they fly on it, sit on it, but it has a
Hole in the middle.
Yeah.
So they fall through.
Yeah.
You said these little holes are like small ones, about 15 centimeters. Is it
Yes.
possible for them to even fall into these pipes which are used with the fences and so?
Yes.
Oh.
And when are you talking about the pipes in the fence? We have one pipe, this on our garden here, and I go randomly around this pipe, and I heard some scratching from inside the pipe. So I go to the pipe and I broke the pipe, and from this pipe flew away the Eurasian tree sparrow.
It's like the most usual sparrow here.
No, it's the second
Oh,
usual sparrow, but
so
it's
is it rare or something?
no, it's usual, but not usual as the other
It's
sparrow.
not the sparrow that you are seeing. Like, you know, you see a bird and say, ah, that is sparrow. Or can you?
Yeah, it's because the people who aren't ornithologists cannot see the
I know different species, but
Yeah.
they will
The
recognize that
different-
it is sparrow. I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
yeah, so it's sparrow.
Yeah.
And this
Pretty
was the Eurasian tree sparrow. It wasn't the other sparrow.
And was it okay?
Yes, he was there only for little time, I think, because he has a lot of energy, and he was scared, of course, but he fly away or he sit on the fence a few meters away. He prepare his feathers and fly away to his home, which is in tree in front of our kitchen.
Oh. That's cute.
So this problem is with all of birds, not only with this, but they can. The other birds can live there.
No one can live forever.
Who wants to live forever?
Yeah, I didn't want it to, you know, pick the right text.
And the smallest from this all
Species?
species, or no, důvody.
I don't know what you want to say.
They are. We have here few examples of mortalities. Yes, and the smallest of this,
Like the rarest one?
yes, are cars.
Cars?
And hit the glasses.
how can little owl die in a car?
Not in the
Except-
car, but they hit the car. They
Oh.
hit the truck, for example, because trucks make a lot of turbulences. When you ride on your bicycle, you can, you know that trucks make a lot of
Yeah, I know,
turbulences.
but I didn't realize that these little owls are flying so near the ground, you know. Or does the truck make turbulences even high?
No,
Higher or
they flying near the highway.
Yeah, of course they are searching for food, and the
Yeah,
highway
for-
is big and flat, and there is nothing like bushes and grass, so
Yeah.
it does make a sense to search for food right there, I guess. But I had one nice story which happened to me. It is like, wow, it's many years ago. I was driving my bicycle to the near town through the fields. There was like this dirt road and so, and I fell from the bike. I don't know why. If I just picked something or some rock or something, the bike slipped and I fell down. And I saw this bird. They are pretty common here. These birds of prey. Don't you know the English word for them?
Kestrel?
I don't know. Maybe I can search for it on Google.
I think
So,
it's
wait,
kestrel.
I will. Buzzard.
Other?
Buzzard. The Google say it is called buzzard. And as I was on the ground and the bike was on me, he just attacked me. He flied down, straight down, and I just thought it was like just grayish or brownish point on the sky, and and he ran toward me. I thought that he want to kill me somehow, or to like scratch my eyes or something like that. I was so scared. It is pretty huge, like with that spread wings and so.
The common buzzard. Yeah. You are right.
Yeah, it is common buzzard. Yeah. It was scary as fuck. I was so afraid. And it's not like when you see it in the sky, it doesn't look like it is so big. How big it is with spread wings?
Spread wings. Buzzard is like this.
Is it about
60-70 centimeters, I think.
it's scary. It's simply too big when it's closing. And
It has small body, but
yeah, I just picked the bike and use it as a cover. It was awesome. He then just like attacked the bike or hit the bike and flew away. So it was okay then. But it was that was impossible. I
a big mouse. I must have it.
really big man. Oh, that rat is about 2 meters tall.
I must have it.
I have to kill it and eat it whole. Okay.
I saw a nice picture today. Someone drew a comics, and it was with snowy owl. and this snowy owl saw something. It was, I think, ferret, little ferret. And oh, I must have it. And it was there was a lot of frames where the owls all tried to catch this ferret, and they are swift, so it was very funny. And finally, yeah, the owl catch it, and the owl lay on their back and very happy. And, yes, I catch it. Okay, now someone want a ferret? It was so cute.
These birdies are so cute, and
I
so,
like them.
yeah, I like how they are stupid. You know, with these little brains and big eyes.
But they are really I like them. They are really so cute.
And it's also they can just stare at some random point on the wall all day long. Or which I thought is pretty scary, which I think actually it's pretty scary, is how they can stare at you straight into your eyes and don't even blink. For about, I looked into the eyes of the owl. I was blinking, of course, but I haven't seen the owl blink in like 13 minutes. And I was so scared, I just slowly get out of the room. Slowly and totally quietly, I just close the door and get out as fast as and as far as I can.
Yes, but for you people, it was Eurasian scops owl,
Which was like
15 centimeters tall Eurasian scops owl.
it was scary. It was like
Oh,
he saw
was cute.
he saw something more than I. It was scary. Like he saw the hell dimension or something like that in my eyes. See the darkness of my heart. It was so scary. At first it was cute. Like, he's so cute. He's not even blinking. Is he blinking? And then these dark thoughts like, is it a demon or something? Does he wanted to make a demon from me? Or is he slowly killing me? Just with power of his mind? Of his little brain? And then I just ran. Cute but scary.
Yes, I have one scary moment with this little cute owl when I was laying in my bed and I was almost sleeping, but in one moment this owl started to hunt my lashes.
Oh,
It hurt. It really hurt. He has really sharp claws.
didn't he scratch your eye or something?
No, but
That sounds pretty dangerous.
yes, but he was so cute.
But back to the owl eyes. Is it possible that they don't need to blink?
I don't know. I think they must blink and they have to.
Yeah, this
With
two
what?
eye covers or something. I don't know how to.
I can maybe this thing with which you blink. there are two, as every bird has.
And is that one he can see through it, or?
Yes.
And can we see it when they are blinking with just the one layer?
When you look at my Inktober picture, I think it's day 6. I can show you two people in stream. When you look at my day 6, and you can see it now. When you look at this picture, you can see here the other eye.
The eye cover.
Eye cover, yes. And they really have it, and you can see it. And I have here some cute videos with little owls from one web. When you see it, it's it's a web about saving little owls in Czech Republic and Slovakia.
Getting them out of water buckets and barrels and so on.
Yeah, so they are trying to save. They are trying to talk to farmers and people and learn how to protect your garden and your field. I think it's field. And protect your barrels and swimming pools and pipes and chimneys, so the little owls and other birds don't die in them.
That sounds so cute. Like, you know, you are used to these people like that are like knocking your door and then, did you know Jesus? And you are like, no, I don't want to know some Jesus. Take your Jesus and go away from my property. And then there came these people and, do you know this owl?
It's cute!
It can die in your garden right now.
I don't want it. Tell me how I can save it.
It's so much better than to save your soul.
I give the link to the web on the video, so I think you can see it. You can go to this web. I think there is some quotes in English. I hope. Yes. When I was looking today, there was some quotes in English, so you can English speaking people can learn something about little owls too. And you can donate to this saving, and you can help save some owls.
I guess that we, the minority which cannot speak English or cannot understand English, we are just doomed. You can know nothing about owls.
So I'm doomed.
Yeah.
I cannot speak English.
Yeah. You know nothing about souls. About owls. About souls. Maybe you know nothing about souls too, but
I think it's good enough as the first layer. I don't know where its wing. I think here.
I don't want to look like a bad orc or something, but this is really ugly.
You are bad orc. You are really, really bad orc. You don't know it?
But it is ugly.
No.
Right now it looks like big grayish actually when I see it,
I think I have really bad eye on it. So we can
when I see it from the distance right there on the other computer, there it looks a lot better.
It always looks a lot better from the distance. All of my... What's happened? What the...
Bigger the distance.
Maria. Oh shit.
Poor thing. This is how they look when they are stuck in barrels.
Yes.
Can an OLED like this do a barrel roll?
What?
Barrel roll.
What is this?
It's like...
No. It can't do barrel.
And when I give it a treat?
No. They don't do things for treat.
But they do things for eat. When I give it a food?
I think. No. It's like you want to do falconry with all. They don't hunt for you because you give them food.
Anyway,
So, yeah.
So they know you won't let them die, so they just wait for you to...
Yes.
They are like cats.
Yes.
Cats with wings.
Yes. And why should they give their energy away? And when you give them the food.
I will give them the treat anyway. They are so awesome. I see that you are constantly repairing that eye. Or eye. Yeah, eye.
Mm-hmm.
What is the next thing? Do you have any, you know, like basic things or basic? You're just like starting with basic shape, then you were making the eyes and this beak and these basic feathers. Then you started with that wing right there. Is it like you are always doing it in this way, or you are just making what you see,
It's I don't know. I think I just draw what I see, and when I see something what I don't like, I change it. And when I change it, I saw something near to it, and I change it, and so on and on and on.
So you're like, well, this thing needs a little work, then that thing right there. You are not like systematically pick the sector, you know, like some people are drawing from back to front, some are from the top top part of the picture to down, up down, you know. Some are drawing from left to right. You don't have something like that?
No, I don't have something like that.
Like basic scenario or something. I remember that when I was bored in the school and I was drawing something, I quickly started to draw from left to right, because when I draw from right to left, then I draw something with my pen, and then when I was drawing further to the left, I was with my wrist just destroyed the right part of the picture. So I started to draw from left to right because it was the only way in order to look at like something at least. Like I'm not a artistic based person, so it wasn't good at all.
I think everybody has unique style and unique preferences. Someone likes to draw first the lights, and someone likes to draw first the basic shades, and someone likes to draw the layout first. Someone likes to draw everything.
And what about you?
I like to draw the basic layout, and then I'm trying to do more and more details and more details, and
Like continually?
yes.
Yeah, I noticed that you are working hard on the head right now, and it looks kind of funny because the head is like super detailed, and then there is this like something gray down there.
And it's you can do it like what do you want to people can see it first. You must do it the more detailed, and what do you want more away, you do it with less details. I don't know if I talk loudly enough, because I know I sometimes talk too quiet. I talk loudly for myself, but I don't know if the microphone take me right loud. So you can write to chat if you can hear me clearly and loudly.
Just tell us how it is with the sound. And then there is that another aspect that you know, the microphone is right here on your left, so when you are speaking you have to turn your head a little to the left. But I think it's pretty good. I just checked it and understand pretty well.
Yeah, but I don't know if I talk enough loudly with the music, and if the music is on.
There are some people in the chat, I think they will let us know if there will be something wrong, anything.
Like the Storm Rider on the beginning.
Yeah, Storm Rider is great. I just love these fans which are writing in the chat and speaking with us. So
And you can write some answers, questions to us. You can write some what? I lost my words.
just by vocabulary. Well, if you want to know anything and or you want to tell us any story, we are reading pretty much everything that you will write in the chat. There aren't too many people here, so we can afford it. No problem. And you can also write us what is your native language. I was pretty wondered if there will be anybody from, I don't know, maybe like America or Britain, or you know, some other republics than just our.
I will try to give the live stream picture and didn't add to groups. I must go to my profile, to groups. I think I submitted art, grayscale, and all art and stuff, and I submit it here.
You know, because it looks like we can make it to do some live streams in English language too, but I think it's not necessary if there are only people from Czech Republic.
Yes, but I want to give this video. It was when we finished the stream.
I know it's clear to me, but you know, it's not. It depends on the community itself. You know, we don't have to do every live stream in English language if it is not necessary, or if the English-speaking fans are not majority or something. We shall switch back to art because...
Yes, I will.
You know, it's not necessary to talk with fans about fans. It's like weird.
Okay. I think now this away, and where I have here I have checked. Yes. Nobody writes.
Tell me more about the techniques that you are using in this digital art work. How you are doing these feathers, and you know, it looks like right now it looks like there are just a couple of all stripes and so and curves, but I think there's clearly something more about the lines.
There is. I trying to play with lights and shadows, and when I try to make right shadow, it should make the view of feathers. I hope. I think it works.
So you are not trying to do some feather textures, but
No.
just like imagine the shadow that the feathers are casting, and
Yes. Because when you make the texture and you make a lot of texture and you draw every single feather, you have a lot of details and the eye don't know on what it should look. So you must make only the simple light and shadows and the simple texture, the basic texture. So because the eye don't know what it see, you must give the eye what it could see, what it shall see. I don't know how it's works.
so you are saying basically that the shadowing is this or possess the same amount of importance like the textures, or is it
Yes.
more important?
I think it's more important because shades and lights make the texture. You can, when you play with the lights and shadows, you can make any texture. You can make every texture you can imagine. Only with shades and lights, because everything is made of shades and lights.
It would be nice to say that you are not making this all out of a scratch. You are not like imagining it.
Yes.
We have this little picture of OLED. Is it photo actually, or
Yes, it's a photo. It's photograph.
so we are taking
From-
inspiration from that photo?
It's stock photo. Know how to pronounce it.
Are you making some of your pictures from the scratch, or do you always use these stock pictures? And
I making every my picture from with references, because I'm not good enough to draw from my head. I draw on one picture on Inktober without reference, because we have a blackout of internet. So I cannot find the right reference I need. So I draw it by head, and it looks like really bad. Every teacher of art say that every people should draw with references, because without reference cannot people draw.
so you do think that the internet is an important tool for artists?
I think yes.
Would it be possible for you to draw anything without the help of internet?
I think yes, but it can it will be with internet. It's more easier. I will easily find the right reference. Can you imagine you searching in books?
How are you working with these references? Are you using them as just inspiration, or you are like copying it?
Some I use for inspiration. For example, when you look at my DeviantArt, you can see my picture, the Mother's Day, and I inspired by another picture of the Mother's Day, but some pictures I almost copy because, for example, I want to draw some cute owl, and I like on one stock photo the head of the owl, and on another photo I like the body of the owl, and on another photo I like the gloves and so on. And I give these pictures together and I draw and I make a reference from, for example, 5 or 6 photos, and then I draw from the reference.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, do you have or can you handle to pick some photo or some picture as a, you know, the reference, and you know, not like pick the right thing from it and redraw it, but like, for example, if you find a picture of some knight in the armor, can you use that picture as a reference and just draw your knight, your own knight, with like the same body armor and so, but in the different pose or different like different on the different place?
I think yes. I think I could do that. No, I can do that.
Because you know,
but,
there will be different lighting and different angles.
I use another reference of body. From, for example, I have some favorite stock galleries with body, and I use the reference from it to poses, and the body type and the armor, and so it's easy to redraw. For example, I draw one game card, a mage, and I inspired by one blue mage from DeviantArt, and I draw different pose, different face, different hairs, different
Boobs.
different boobs, yes, and different clothes, but I inspired.
Yeah.
It has some common things, but not many. I only inspired.
What do you think about the, I don't know if it is even some phenomenon or if it is if there is anybody who is drawing like that. But I imagined, how about drawing a bird or pretty much anything living, like from the scratch, in that way that you draw bones at first, then muscles, and then clothes, you know, like one layer after another.
I saw a lot of people who draw like that. They draw the bones first.
And isn't it like shame that you see only the upper layers, not all the work behind the bones and muscles?
I think no, because
You know, it's a lot of work, and anyone cannot see anything from your work except that final touch.
well, a lot of people submit the steps.
I forgot Eternal World.
Yes. And you can photograph your steps. You can do everything what you want today. I think it's good enough. And I hope it's cute enough. This.
Have you tried something like that? To draw from scratch with bones and all?
No. But I draw a half of a head and all, and half bones, skull of all.
It was pretty good. I saw it and it was pretty good.
And it's on DeviantArt and Facebook, by the way.
I think that the thought behind that was great. And there is clear to see how large is old head with all that feathers and so against its skull, which is so much smaller.
Yes, I tried to make the right size of the skull opposite the feathers. The owls are only a lot of feathers.
Yeah, there is pretty nice contrast there.
I like this owl.
What about your favorite artists? I mean,
Again.
I know we were talking about it in our Czech live stream, but this is the English version, so I think it is maybe good to repeat that in English language. But I didn't mean like the one artist that we were discussing last time. I was thinking of famous artists which you adore. You know, some people are talking about Da Vinci, or I don't know. Is there any like really famous artist? I know that pretty much any artist should be famous if you know him. But these are like memorable artists which are talked about in the school and so.
I like Leonid Afremov. We learned on university about Leonid Afremov. I like his colors, and I like how he draw the pictures without any political themes, and he only draw for fun, and he draw only for joy, and that's why his pictures uses psychologists for psychotherapy, and I think it's amazing. And of course, Alphonse Mucha. I really like Alphonse Mucha. His graphics and
Alphonse Mucha is one of my most favorite artists too. Maybe even most favorite artist. I like his, it's all like drawn, but with so much detail, with so much textures, and with so much ornaments, and so it looks amazing. I don't know if he is so famous all around the world.
I think yes, he is.
I don't
because
know, maybe in that.
I write with some people, and even people from America write me that they learn about him. And
He was awesome, and he was also important during this Art Deco and Art Nouveau periods.
I think Art Deco is Art Nouveau.
It is pretty much, but it is
I
called
don't
Art Deco in America and Art Nouveau in France, where it all began. It was pretty much answer to the
Functionalism?
not entirely.
no.
It was about this industrial revolution.
Is yeah, of course.
Art Deco was reaction to this revolution, industrial, because they were afraid that machines can do everything better and in larger amounts than people. So they started to do things in art and also, for example, in architecture and so, which
and interior.
interior design, and there is high influence of that style. They started to do things which machines cannot produce, and I think it was the time period where the most beautiful and most wonderful things were made. And about that famous artist, another one of my really favorite artists is Albrecht Dürer, which is German artist. He is famous for his drawing of rabbit or something like that, and he also illustrated some fencing manuals. And again, it's awesome how his drawing were detailed so precisely, with all that muscles functioning. For example, that rabbit, it looks like she is real, like he is real. The rabbit was awesome, and he did something which I haven't seen anywhere else, and on that rabbit it is clear to see. He simply draw even the mistakes which are made through your eye. On that picture of rabbit, there is one of his back legs which looks impossibly long, and it could be mistake. He will surely be able to shorten it so it doesn't look weird or something. We were discussing it on the other stream too, that you want it to look authentic but not really realistic, because if it will be realistic with all these optical illusions, it would look sometimes really weird. And on the Dürer's drawing, it wasn't like that. It was totally realistic, and does not look unreal or weird, you know. And this is one thing why he is one of my most favorite artists of all the time. And he did the same great work even in these fencing manuals. This, although it looked sometimes like the people which were drawn there wasn't totally fine and totally in good shapes. You saw that and said to you, yeah, that is realistic. If I will stand there and see them how they are fencing, they will look exactly like that. Especially with that facials. they are making really weird grimaces right there in that manuscript. It looks totally awesome to me. And it is in clear contrast with that Mucha's work, which is more like unreal, more like artistic or stylized, or what I should call it. I absolutely love that Mucha's work. In original it's called Slovanská epopej. It's like Slav epic in English, I think. And yeah, these are really cool pictures when you see them on the internet. But you can believe me, when you see it live, this is totally different impression, because these builds, these pictures are huge. The main figures on the pictures are tall like real person. So you are standing there looking at the picture and you feel like you are standing there. It's awesome. It's totally awesome. You almost feel the cold on that winter pictures.
You see them?
You see them, you feel it. It's awesome.
You see them?
Yeah, I saw them.
Oh. When I was in Prague with school, the Slovan epopey was in France, I think, in that moment. So I don't saw them.
I saw something like replicas or something like that, which were here in Ostrava. It was pretty long ago, I don't remember when, but it was awesome. Yeah, I loved that pictures even before I saw them alive. But when I was there and saw our ancestors, which were like, I can touch them. I can literally come and take or put my hand on the hand of some famous historical person. You know, like there was grandfather Czech. He was first ancestor of. There is like this legend of grandfather Czech came to the Czech land with his people, with his tribe, and he decided to sit here because he considered this land to be awesome and nice and huge and fertile and all. And that one moment is on one of the pictures. And when you stand there and see him, and he's in front of you like real, I cannot even describe it. You have to see it by your own eyes.
I'm only trying something. I think it's better now. Yes, I guess. So people on Facebook, on YouTube can see what I drawing now, because I changed the miniature to this hole. So maybe another people come, I hope. Yes, and now I must play with
Direction.
yeah, with direction of feathers.
Yeah, feathers.
Yes, feathers.
I think like many
Looks
artists,
like now, like feathers.
a little bit. This down there looks rather like some hairs or something.
Nope. But feathers are
I know
hairs.
they're basically are, but it looks like on the picture, right? Like on your reference. So I guess it's okay.
Yes. I'm trying to do the right stylization, stylization.
You're basically trying to use the right style.
No. Stylization. Stylizace.
Yes, I don't know exact word for that, but I will just, you know, talk about it from the other side, so it can be better understand.
I don't want. Stylization is something like I don't draw every single feather, but I draw only the emotion of feather. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to describe it.
Like expression of feather,
Yes.
I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, just placing the correct style on it. So
I think it's stylization in English, but I don't know. I'm not sure about it.
I don't want to discuss the word which I do not know. Maybe I could find it on Google Translator or something, but I don't want to, because I want to talk actually about something. So you are trying to give us the feel that it is feathers, that these are feathers,
Yes.
rather than drawing every single one.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yes. And I don't. I think I can do it, but I don't know if my thought was right.
Yeah, that's great.
I hope it looks like our feathers.
It has this realistic touch, you can say, or authentic touch, as far as I can say, because you know I'm not an artist, or maybe I am artist but in different way.
Yeah.
Like I'm not drawing nor anything like that. My artistic impression is, or my artistic tries are doing knives and axes and different tools and weapons. So I I cannot tell if that's good. But as far as I know, and as I see and heard the people talk about your work, that they say it's nice.
Okay, what do you say?
They told me no. I think it's awesome. I think it's overpowered. I cannot understand how you are doing these things. Like, you are making some touches on that and some like new lines and so, and I don't understand why just there, why this way, and when I wait a minute, then it looks a lot better than it was like seconds before, and I still don't understand why. It's just better and better. But it's always like that when you are watching work that you do not understand.
And I'm still learning and working on my skills.
I can see it when I watch, for example, NASCAR races. I just see many people in cars which are like the same, and they are running over the same track all around and around and around, and it looks all the same to me. But the people are commenting it like, oh, that was a nice action, and that was real good, and I don't know what they are talking about. I see just a bunch of cars running around the track, and it's pretty basic track. It's not like formula tracks which are, you know.
I think it could great explain in. It's great explain in Cars. Cars 3.
With animated film.
Yeah, by Pixar. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. They are seeing things which we are not. Like there is some. You know, the track is not clear right there. You have to drive through this chicane or this. In this round, you have to drive more on the left or on the right. And I see just a bunch of cars which are circling around weirdly.
Oh, I know.
It's so amazing. Can't you hear some hooting? Awesome OLED. Is it even a word? OLED?
Yes. OLED is English word for small OLED.
Oh.
We don't have in Czech language word for it. We have only small O's and big O's. But in English it's OLED and
Is it even OLED or is it?
no, this is adult OLED. It is adult burrowing OLED. You can see it on feathers and on beak.
I cannot see it on feathers and the beak. But I guess the beak will be sharper if it's like younger.
Yes, and it's smoother. And on the feathers you can see it because it have the right color on, and it have brown color on the feathers, and it have only this kind of feathers, this type of feathers, but OLED has smoother feathers and white and gray feathers, and don't have this brown color.
So they cannot hide.
They can hide.
How? When they are white and gray?
They can hide really good.
Yeah, because they are somewhere high on the tree.
No. When you look on some place where this OLED is, you can't see it because it's these colors, this gray color and this shades are really good mask for it.
It's like on the pictures which we were discussing.
Yes.
Like there is sometimes this color you would not expect there, like pink or blue.
Yes. And the brain, our brain, calculate.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yes.
The
He calculated
new
the picture and he calculated that there isn't something.
the new army uniforms don't have these flags and like splashes all around, but instead there are squares and so on, because when you see this weird shaped splash, your brain tells you, hey, this splash shouldn't be there.
There's
But-
something weird.
yeah.
Weird.
But when your brain sees squares there, he should tell you, that is nonsense. There cannot be squares. We are in the forest, and so he repairs it for you, and you don't see them. You see just leaves and so.
And you don't know that the brain calculated that.
Of course, you
Make
don't
the-
know. The brain is making everything without you. You have only that feeling that you are the main character here, and your brain is making what he wants. I saw in some video some mind-blowing thing or thought that your skeleton, your bones are not inside you. You are inside your bones, because you are your brain, and your brain is inside your skull. So you are technically in your bone, not your bones inside you.
Mind blow.
That was awesome. Really nice idea.
Okay, I think
We are done?
we
Already?
are almost already.
This is amazing. This is what you made in 1.5 hours.
Yes.
Um,
Not amazing. I should make this in, for example, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I made it 1.5 hours. It's long. It's really long.
I don't get even how you did that. Regardless the time. I feel like this OLED with this small stupid brain, and I see your work. Yeah. I know it's mainly because I'm not an artist, so I cannot see the techniques and lines and everything. But I don't get it. How can anyone draw things like that? I don't mean just you. I saw many artists which are making things and out of their minds, and I don't get it any more than your work here. But it is simply amazing.
I want this. Yes.
I want my tears back. Okay, cultural references forever.
And now I watch this.
They are really weird noises. Can you imagine how they sound there on the YouTube?
Yes, I can imagine. But I always do weird noises, you know. You know
I'm waiting
that.
for the comments. Oh, my ears.
I need more coffee.
No, you need less coffee.
Mm-mm.
You have too much caffeine. How it is pronounced? Caffeine?
I don't know, I only say caffeine as in Czech.
You need
Because
less of it in your veins because your brain is starting to
nope,
fuck up your
nope,
your thoughts.
nope,
It's all fucked up.
nope, 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 nope. Can you imagine how I looked in this morning? That I must wake up for rehabilitation.
Without caffeine?
Yes, without caffeine. That's important thing. Don't touch my coffee.
I have my own coffee.
Yeah. So drink your coffee. It is mine, with a lot of sugar. And
What about using of drugs during artistic work?
some people use it.
I know some people use
I use only light beer. I like beer. I'm in Czech Republic, so I love beer. But
That's not the rule, but okay.
But I like to drink really light beer, and I drink one beer. It's half of liter beer, 10 degree, which is I think 3% of alcohol, and I drinking, for example, 2 hours. So I'm not high, I'm not stoned. What is the word for it? I'm not drunk. Yes, I'm not drunk, but I see things which I cannot. I see white missy. My sees, yeah. And
What you had? Some mushrooms or something?
no,
In the beer?
I don't know how to say it in English. When I have no beer, I don't see the colors.
You are more
so-
creative.
Yes.
Like I know it's this phenomenon, these drugs, or it's not just like, you know, really hard drugs like heroin or something, cocaine. There are these soft drugs like caffeine or alcohol
Or nicotine.
or nicotine, which can help you too with that. And pretty much any like
And sugar.
any
Drug too.
any substance which is like differing or somewhat changing your mind state or your brain functions. I want to say, do you think it is good way to use these drugs, even the light ones like nicotine or so, when you are working, or do you think it will be better to work or to draw without these drugs, without changing your mind?
I think it's good to draw without these drugs, but I know that a lot of people cannot draw without it. And when they if they haven't this, they don't draw a lot of amazing things. But I trying to draw without them, and I trying to use the beer not common, not much. And for example, when I draw, I drink only one beer, not more, because when I use more, I starting to be drunk, and I cannot draw I cannot draw as good as I want. My hand doesn't listen to me. My hand doesn't do the things I want that she should.
Yeah, there were many artists and famous ones which were always telling that they cannot do their work properly without drugs, and even hard drugs.
I think
Like,
it's not good.
What about Kurt Cobain?
I think it's not.
But
Kurt Cobain has depression. That's something another, and I
Yeah,
think this is another drug, the emotions. Because without emotions, you cannot make any of art.
you do think that emotions are altering your mind state so much that you...
For example, when I wrote poems when I was younger, and I can wrote my poems only when I was in deep depression.
Yeah.
And now I can draw only when I'm in good mood. I cannot draw when I'm in depression. And when I'm in depression, I only can photograph. And I cannot photograph when I'm in good mood.
And is there any way, there is a way when you are in depression, there is a way to get to the good mind state. There are these drugs which can help you. Do you think it is okay to use them in, I don't know, I don't think like misusing them, like getting so much heroin in your veins so you pass out or something. I mean, if you are in some state and you know that this heroin or weed or something will help you to get over it and get to work, is it okay to use it
I don't
in these
know.
like small amounts or something?
It's a really hard question.
Yeah,
It's really hard theme. I don't know what to think about it, because I know about people who are in this situation.
I'm in this situation all day long.
But I don't think it's good. I don't know. I really don't know. But you can say that people with depression shouldn't take drugs as like
Solution,
antidepressives, and I think you can find another way, not only these drugs. It's a lot of another way. For example, for me, my drug now is you. Who are you? Because you sit near to me, you talk with me, you pushing me to better. Ow, my face!
I'm pushing you.
I know.
Sorry, it was too emotional for me. This is the way I'm handling it.
Ow! Hey! Stop it! With my face! I start pushing too!
You are already pushing me into this English rambling thing. Well, my I think about this team, I have some fun story again. I was once making fun of the drug use when I was driving a car. Cops stopped me, and it was just like basic check. And the policeman asked me if I had any drugs or if I drank or something, and I told him, yeah, I got drugs before I get to the car. And he was, oh, really? And I said, yeah, really. So he gave me this like alcohol tester. There was 0. So he take me this licking paper, or I don't know how to.
Yes, it's licking paper to THC.
Yeah, and it was negative too. And he asked, oh, what drug actually did you use? And I said, coffee. To him it does not seem funny. He was really angry.
He was angry?
Yeah, he was totally angry.
Oh, he doesn't have sense of humor. Or he doesn't know about it, that coffee is a drug.
Yeah, it is altering your mind state, so it is clearly a drug.
I know it's a drug, but
and so is sugar, so is stain, so you technically as it is in the law, you shouldn't drink even tea. Mm-hmm. So before you drive. And there are many others, like nicotine is you cannot smoke a cigarette to be okay, because you will drive the car. It's amazing how many drugs are there, how many normal drugs are there. So my thought is that it's okay to use drugs to alternate your point of view or your mind state, as long as you know what you are doing. There is no good way to use any drug. If I know that I'm aggressive when I drink beer, then why should I drink so much alcohol? If I know that I would be aggressive, or is there any possibility I will be aggressive, and I don't need it, then I will not drink alcohol. When I know that when I drink coffee, then I cannot focus on anything, then I will not drink coffee before I sit into a car or before I go somewhere where I need to focus, because it will alter my mind in the way I don't need. And so it is, or so I see it, even with these harder drugs, right? Like ecstasy, cocaine, or weed, or anything like that. There is a way to use it in a good way. You know what it will do to you, and you know what you need to do with your mind, so you use some amount of the drug to reach that state of mind. But you always need to know what you are doing. There is no way in eating too much shrooms and black out, or have some awesome hallucinations when you do not need them. That is just what I'm saying.
It's still very dangerous.
Yes, it is, but
I think it's not a good idea to try them.
It's not a good idea to tell people that every drug is bad. There are two ways. You should do it by the law. You should there should be all drugs forbidden, or none of these drugs forbidden. You know what I mean? There is no way in telling that these drugs are okay and these are not. Why? When I drink 100 cups of coffee, I will die anyway. If I will drink too much beer, I will die anyway. If I take like 12 beers, then I will be in that state of mind that I will not be, oh fuck my language, that I will not be able to do anything. And that's not good. And it is with every possible drugs. If I will take too much cigarettes, I can be like unfocused, and I will like forget things, even the basic things, and it's not good anyway. So I will rather forbid every drug or none of them.
Okay, I'm starting with color.
Oh, here is the magic of yellow O. Yellowish O.
It's brown.
It's brownish background right there. Isn't it too harsh, or I would prefer the background softer?
Yes, but it's only the first layer.
There will be more of them. I see. I should not talk about things that are not done yet and commenting them.
Yes, this is good.
Oh hell yeah! How time passes, it is harder and harder for me to speak English. I'm making so much more mistakes.
Oh
and these improvised blocks where I don't know what I'm telling and don't know what I want to tell. It's creeping me out, and also it's weird. How about the Russian stream?
I don't speak Russian.
Me too, but you know, it cannot be too hard.
I think Polish will be more
Polish.
Polish.
Uwaga. That's all I know from Polish. Yeah,
No,
and
it's not Polish, uwaga. Huh?
it is Polish, I think. It's like
I only know that our
like be
bus
aware.
station is Polish.
It's like be aware. Uwaga. And I know another Polish word. Kurwa.
Oh, kurwa.
Oh, kurwa. That's the word
It's
you need to
our
know.
Slavic tune.
Maybe.
It's for Slovakia, Czech Republic, Poland.
And I think that people in Russia will understand it too. I know that have their other like words like suka, abliyat, and so on, but I think they will understand pretty much everything in kurva word.
Yes.
And you can use it to describe pretty much anything. It's a good tool.
It's really good explanation of emotions.
You just change intonations and it simply means something. Another thing. That looks amazing. With every step. Now it has like this vintage look, like really, but I mean really old photography. You know, like they were also in shades of grey, like black and white photographies, but when they are really old, they have this yellowish pattern, and also these like darker corners. Yeah, I will be pretty much okay with how it looks like right now.
Now I'm playing with colors. But I think I will make this cars another layer.
That would be probably better.
Maybe.
How does it work? It's like these colors are, you know, low opacity. I don't know how to pronounce this word.
I use.
Like you can see through them, or
Yes, I make the wall layer. The option of wall layer. I use light, soft light.
soft light.
The setting of soft light, and draw over it, and use soft brush.
So how does it look when you turn off all layers except for the one with the colors?
Okay,
So it is like simple color,
oh,
which you can see through, and so you see the shadows there.
I only made the. I have values, and now I use only the color. And because I have the values done, I don't need to make. I don't need to afraid about right shade of color, because I have it in value.
That's awesome.
And I can show you.
It looks pretty simple and
Some really good picture, which
better results. Yeah.
which I learned today. I show you in the stream right now. It's the color and value.
What does it mean, or what should I?
When you draw in black and white, you want draw the yellow and for example red pink, you cannot use the same white for the same luminosity of color. Because I can show you.
So if I get or if I have pale yellow and pale red, it's not the same
Gray.
value of gray.
Yes.
I get it.
I can show you, for example. I think it will be good to show you here. Ale to jsem nechtěla. For example, I had this gray and this gray. I have this opacity. And I use yellow over it, for example with the soft light, and this is yellow, and the same opacity of red.
Yeah, I see. That's useful.
And I learned it today.
You shall share it. Or on the internet.
I will share it. And
Hope
the
so.
picture of values and colors I used at photo to
To adjust the colors like white and so? Or?
I used a photo with microphone and tablet
I
pen
know.
on Facebook and Instagram.
I just didn't get your photo, yeah.
Okay, I again. And I try.
Is the O whole?
What?
If the O is whole.
It's holes. Oh,
Awesome. Okay.
Oh. So
Did I
psychedelic.
really bright eyes. Like fiery. It was creepy.
Well, it looked very interesting. Oh, it's hell.
Okay.
I think I use this. This is nice. I like it. Okay, and now I need to use brown. Again, because I'm weird. Oh, I really like this all today.
Oh, I can do it. Actually looks awesome. I cannot wait till I see the result. The guy who learned me today these things about grayscale said amazing thing. You don't see the difference. You only feel the difference. And this is it. You only feel the difference. But
this.
So these are like final stages.
Yes, I only draw the finest colors and shades and etc. And I will play with the colors and shades and layers. And I think in half an hour will be this all finished.
That is amazing.
It's more quicker than the last all, which I draw on Czech stream like last Friday.
I'm not here to judge if it will look better, but I also will place pretty high bet that it will.
And it's only a sketch. It's only sketch.
I don't see only sketch, I see beautiful picture.
No, it's only sketch for learning this coloring over grayscale. Because I using this technique for the first time ever. I didn't use this technique even.
And it already looks this good. That's amazing. I'm overusing word amazing. But what can I do? It's just amazing.
Yes, but you are my husband. You have to say it's amazing.
Well, force me.
I like it, but I don't know. I think it can be better. I must learn. I must learn a lot of things. I must learn a lot about colors and shades and about the grayscale, because I don't understand the grayscale.
There is this one most important question of them all. How is it that this all does not have ears?
Because that all has ears, but that hasn't ear feathers, which has, for example, great horned owl.
So not every owl has these ears?
Yes, because
And these ears are not ears?
these ears are not ears. Every owl has ear holes on the side of their face. It's amazing video about how hearing of owl looks like and work. It's on this video. You can find it and learn about hearing owls. And the owls have, some kind of owls have one ear higher than another ear, and that owl feathers you can see on some kind of owls are only for communicating. And this
Only. They have no other reason to be there, like aerodynamics or something.
And for looking like a tree.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm just a stick.
Yes. You don't see me.
You don't see my two cute little ears,
Yes.
which are not actually ears.
Yes.
I'm just cute little old
Yes.
stick.
Yes. That's the reason.
And are there different occasions in different species of owls when they are using these feathers?
I think no.
Like, you know what I mean? Every owl is like standing that ear feathers when they are mad, or is it in different species? Different?
I think it's the same, like dogs.
Like, I see a dog. Better be a stick now.
Yes.
Big bad stick.
Big angry stick. Okay, now.
Who's
another
afraid of a
layer.
big bad stick? Big bad stick. Big bad stick.
Big
Who's
cute
afraid of the big
stick. It's only cute.
Yeah, these little thingies are always cute,
Yes.
even when they are angry.
Yes. And this color, pink, and this. Yes. There's your white, I think.
I see like yellowish points all around the oval. Is it good or not?
What?
Yellowish flakes around,
Here?
yeah, here and there and everywhere.
Yes, I think it's good because there is some yellow feathers there, and I make this basic flakes, and now I'm working on another color, so it will be it will looks like little different.
Okay, if it will be softer in the end,
Yes.
I will be.
It will be
It will be mostly appreciated.
It will be almost. I don't know what. Write me to the chat what do you think about this, or if you like it, or don't like it, or whatever. I want another opinion. And another coffee.
Sip of coffee
Mhm.
and back to work.
I will like
I think we sorry. I think we pretty much talked about every team which we picked. So yeah,
Yes, I
each
use every every link I write in this video.
okay. So if there is anything that you want to know or any team to discuss, don't be shamed or
Shy.
Yeah, sorry. Don't be shy and just write it into the comments section. We will appreciate some more food for our brains.
And I want to know if you like this all. So write it. I want to know your opinion.
I'm out of brain juice right now, so I'm talking like I'm retarded or something. Sorry about that, but nothing I can do.
You still talking better than I. Because I don't speak English good.
I will try to recover some brain juice by drinking coffee.
And I buy some energy drinks yesterday, so you can use it. Honey.
Nope.
Nope. Really nope.
What about that cute OLEDs? What more can we... Any other interesting facts about OLEDs? Or OS, basically?
For example, owls don't hunt with eyes. They hunt with help their hearing.
Oh really? They don't see well?
They see better than people, but don't use the eyes for hunt as much as we thought.
When I'm thinking about it, it makes sense because they are hunting in the night
Nope.
and there is
They
no.
they hunt in the night, but they they hunt in the day too. But mostly they hunt in the morning and in the evening, in the penumbra, when it's half dark, half light. I don't know
It
how
is
to
called
say.
penumbra, but I don't think it's the term you want to use because penumbra is this half shadow.
Ah,
But I get it. In the morning and in the evening, when there is not too much of light, but
not too much of
not
that.
too much dark. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but I guess there is not too much light, so they even cannot see too good or best they could see. And are they using the same, like color palette with their eyes? Like it is told that these oxes or cows are not seeing red, and that dogs are not seeing some colors. And so, is there something like that in the old world?
They see the world little differently, but they see the colors like. But I don't know if owls are the same. But I think only falcons or kestrels can see the windrows.
Really? They can see the wind?
Some kind of bird of prey can see windrows.
That's awesome.
Yes. I
I
don't
cannot-
know which one.
I cannot imagine it. I cannot even imagine how snakes are seeing the thermal
It's
like colors, like thermal cameras. It's pretty interesting. How can they see how warm the color is, or no? We cannot imagine it. How could we? Because we only feel the temperature. But when I'm thinking about it, the temperature is just like the light
waves
and so so it's not impossible. And also the wind, it surely caused some waves and bending of air, and so they can probably see that.
I think put this on. Maybe another soft light.
It looks really better than before, but I see there this just like yellowish flakes again. Of course, I will appreciate them softer or somewhat more consistent, maybe. Like, it doesn't look like it should be there.
Okay, I try to make something.
Maybe some more
there.
shadows will help, because I know that this owl has these yellowish feathers, one here and one there, but on the picture maybe it is wrong like shade of yellow, so it makes this unusual effect.
Okay, I try to make something with it.
This moment is little, you know, it reminds me of some action films, like you're waiting what will be next, like next 10 seconds will be good or bad, nothing in between. There should be something which will happen. I'm rambling about nonsense. Sorry about it again. I feel like I was drunk.
You drink too much coffee? Or you are tired?
I like speaking too much English through my mouth. My tongue is anytime at every place that I don't want him, and you know, my mind is thinking about something, and it's far, or my mind is far away from what I am actually talking about. You know, I'm speaking and I do not even finish the sentence and my mind already is somewhere else with thoughts. Because, you know, in English I'm speaking much more slower, much slower than in Czech language, so my mind is like thinking quicker than I'm speaking. It's pretty weird. and it is worse and worse.
I know. I have the same problem, but in Czech language too.
Although I'm pretty glad that my mind is thinking in English words, that I do not think about some theme or some sentence that I want to tell, and then trying to translate it. You know, like I'm not thinking about this sentence or the theme in Czech and then translating it. I'm thinking about it in English. So
It's
I
better.
know what I want to say and just picking the right words or trying to describe what I mean. It's a lot quicker and a lot better than to try to translate.
It's more effective.
Yeah, it is.
It
As I-
learn us in high school.
But I don't feel like it is better or something. I feel really tragic about my English, especially right now after 2.5 hours. I think I haven't speak English for so long, and like, you know, thinking in English for so long, like ever. I was
Me
trying,
too.
or I am trying, 'cause sometimes when I'm going to office where I work, I'm going about half an hour. It's 2 kilometers away from our home, so I'm not using car or something. I'm just going by foot. And sometimes I have this mood that I'm just rambling along this way to work, trying to you know, learn to speak English better and more fluid and so. But it's only half an hour, so, you know, I wasn't prepared to speak some foreign language for 3 hours nearly. So it's making me really real weird states of mind right now.
I think I will have dreams in English today.
English dreams, full of hooting and holes.
I sometimes have dreams where I think I speak English, really fluent English. But when I woke up, I don't remember about what I was talking. And I think in this dream I only use my Czech language, but my brain tell me that it was English. And
Once I had a dream where I was talking entirely fluently, but with language that does not exist.
wow.
My mind simply made its own language, and everyone in the dream was speaking that language. And it was okay, but when I woke up, I remembered some words and some sentences, but I do not know what they means. I remember the phrase "Yamaita tacheme purita," which I really don't know what it means, but it's from that fictional language of my mind. Like, it's not like, you were talking in the dream, and your mind is telling you, yeah, that was that and that language, but you don't remember the words. I clearly remember the words and some phrases and some sentences, but I don't know what we were talking about. It's so weird.
What do you say?
I will say that is cute. That is so cute. Is this like an Indian accent or something? Okay. I will try hard to not make fun of languages that I don't know and cultures that I don't know, but yeah, we are near the end, so it's actually pretty hard to be politically correct or correct anyway, especially in English language, because you know, our culture has different meanings and different sensitive themes which you are talking about. I can illustrate it really good on the American or USA and the N word. I know that I have not to say it, that I mustn't say it or because it's bad, but what the world or maybe people from the USA don't realize is that in our language we have the N word too, but it doesn't have that same meaning. It's not that offensive here, so we can use it here like normal swearing or normal, you know, like these words which people are using in language on the street and so, and it's okay. But in USA, when you use the word, then you are like Hitler or somebody, like a really bad person. You cannot wash it from you or something. And me, for example, I realize it pretty well. It's not just about the N-word. There are many words which are really different, which have really different meaning in different cultures and languages, and you don't understand it. You know, there was this case of PewDiePie, this YouTuber, which used N-word, and it looks like nobody understands that in his language, in his culture, in his land, it isn't so offensive. And I get it. Yeah, he was talking English in his videos, so he should actually be prepared for these cultural differences and understand what he can and cannot say. But on the other hand, shouldn't be the same amount of understanding on the other side? Shouldn't people from America, especially from USA, but from different cultures altogether, understand that he is from Sweden, I think?
Yes, I think yes.
So that they have different cultural references and different words? You know, we should all understand other cultures and trying to understand other cultures. It is really easy to say, oh, those Americans are like this and like that, or stupid, or
Russians are this.
Or Russians are this or that. But you have to figure out why, or you should try to understand why. And maybe then you will realize that it is not that bad. For example, I see it pretty clearly, these problems, because I live and I was born and I live a whole life on a really specific or in really specific land, and I don't think Czech Republic like whole, but this like part of Czech Republic, which is called in our language Pražská, and it is really specific and really different to other parts of the Republic. It's like Lapland in Finland, or like Scotland on the British Isles, or in United Kingdoms. It is simply so different from the other parts of this land that you have to think really hard to understand how the people here works. It is really easy to say Scotland, for example, or Scottish people are greedy, but you have to understand that they have really different culture. I'm using Scottish people as example here because they are really like the same like we from Prajska. I think this should be sister location or something, because there are the same small talks about Scottish people like about people from Prajska. We are greedy and we are like hating everyone and everything and wearing different and somewhat unique clothes and so on. And even the historical background is pretty similar, if I can say this. Prajska and also Scotland is land where there pretty much always was some war, some armies which were fighting against each other. So the people are really different. They are thinking in different ways. And from that position that I see this whole life and I know this whole life, I think I am more like tolerant.
And I can say this is true because I'm not from Prajska. I'm from another. I'm from center of Europe, center of Morava, from the place in Republic which called Hana, near from Olomouc city. And on Hana, Hana was always a rich place. We was in the center of in the center of Morava, so we were in safe. We don't need to fight. We have a lot of food, a lot of water, a lot of everything. So in Hana are people really soft and kind and we are like almost whole Czech Republic. But when I start study here in Ostrava and start living in Prajska, I was in Wonderland. It was really a wonderland for me because I don't know, I don't understand why people here acting like this. Because for me it was really rude. For me they was unfriendly. So they were so they are afraid of everybody that they don't know. But now when I lived here for almost 10 years, I understand that they live in place where was a lot of wars, and they really need to afraid of unknown people, because unknown people always bring a war here.
It was like the people had the reason in the history to be afraid, because when there were any people going through here which were not born here, they were always doing bad things. Doesn't matter if it was enemy which came from Poland or from Germany, or if it was Czech people which were like our people, if I can say that, because Czech armies, Poland armies, German armies always there was anyone or someone who came to rape women, to steal goods and to steal food, and to ruin everything the people were trying to build here. And that is the thing you have to understand when you are here. The people are unfriendly. They are extremely rude. You know, they are afraid of foreigners. They are afraid of anyone who wasn't born here. And they are like close-minded. You know, they are trying to be in their houses and forget about everything which is out there.
And when I start to live here, I really think, no, I really thought that they was really rude, but now I understand that they only trying to be safe. It's the only thing. They want to live. They want to live in safe, and in the whole history of this place, when you want to live in safe, you can't trust anybody. You can trust only yourself, and maybe your wife or husband.
Maybe, just
maybe.
Yeah, it's complicated. You know, when you realize that in the history there was, it's not like we are talking about the Great War or Second World War. It's whole history. From the 10th century, there was always somebody which was occupying this land, which was making some threat to the people which lived here. So they are naturally, even though we have some 30 years of peace here, it doesn't matter that the people do not remember. It's so deep in the culture. They will be afraid, I think, some 100 years after these events. Yeah, and that's it. What about our OLED?
Our OLED is almost done.
Almost. Which means exactly.
I thinking about what to do else, but I think it's quite done. Details.
So chat, if there is anything you want to know, we have last about 5 to 10 minutes to discuss or to ask, as we are finishing our work here today.
You can write if you like this all.
If like the stream, if you hate the music which is pretty aggressive in the background.
The soft, cute, and hard rock music. But I like rock music. I like to hear it. I don't know the word. I choose this kind of music because I like it.
Yeah, you can let us know if the English was...
Hearable?
I don't know if there is a word hearable, but...
Okay.
If it was so bad as I hear it. You can let us know if you do like the thought about the music in the background. Maybe we could pick some softer one or something like that. Just leave us some suggestions or some reactions so we can
We want feedback.
make it better.
We want only feedback. Feedback is what we need to become better and better.
Coffee is what we need.
Yes.
It's on your shoulders. I like it a lot.
It was okay. Now it looks good from distance and
Cute from up close.
I think first picture, my first digital picture from me, which looks like good. In the short distance. I like it. I really like it. I appreciate it. I received an achievement. I like the beak. I think the beak is good. It's the best part of this picture.
Every time you I will talk about it like more detail or like in more details. There are words which I learned in English, which I learned from some films or movies or from literature, from some books and so. And some of that words I have associated with the place I remember it from. So I learned the word beak from Edgar Allan Poe's poem. Of course it was Raven. And anytime I hear beak or I use the word beak, I remember the part of the poem which I heard it from or which I learned it from. And it's so weird for me. And there are other words, of course. For example, of course, I learned it when I was child, from little vocabulary. And I was watching Czech film, Night on Karlštejn. Noc na Karlštejně in Czech. It's like musical, a little, then a little film, a little historical, a little fantasy, awesome in any way. And anytime I use the word of course or write it somewhere or anything with it, I remember the song which was playing in the film when I was reading this word and memorize it.
I have the same thing with word curtain, because I learned this word from the song "Show Must Go On" by Queen, and they're singing behind the curtains. So I learned the word curtain, and every time when I hear this word, I memorize Freddie Mercury. Okay, I meant my.
Or the word thrill, like I'm thrilled, I heard it in some concerto, or how is it pronounced?
Concert?
I don't know if it's.
I think it's only. It's concert, I think.
Don't think so. I think it's concerto. Like concert is. Oh. Let it be. So I heard it in like a video from the band Lordi, where they between songs someone told something like, I'm already told something like, I'm really thrilled to be here with you tonight. And there I went to a Google Translator and find the word thrilled, what it means. So every time I use it, I remember the songs between which it was used and the situation in the video. It's awesome. It's really awesome. So our OLED is done.
Yes. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it because I used this technique for the first time and I think it's cute, it's good, it's awesome. I like it. I'm happy with it.
To me it seems good too. Really nice. Really good job. So we are at the end. There is only one thing left which we have to discuss, or which we have to say to you, and it is, yeah, don't be shy, let us know what was good, what was bad, what you would appreciate done different way. And I mean language, music in the background, anything like that.
Oh.
And yeah, thanks for watching, of course. And for me it's goodbye.
Leave comment if you want. I will be happy with any comment. I'm happy you were here. Thank you. Thank you very much. You were here. And I think it's done. I'm happy with this all. I hope you like it. So
Jaroslav B, right? The last minute of stream. Hi, nice work. Thank you, Jaroslav.
thank you.
We know it's nice work. Or I know it.
Okay. So thank you.
It was a joke.
Thank you for visit. Thank you for looking at our stream.
Thank you for time you spent it here with us.
And I hope we see you again. So
Next Friday.
bye bye.
Czech or English next Friday. Goodbye.